Welcome back to the Let's Chop It Up podcast. We appreciate y'all for joining us once again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Man, today we blessed. Usually this brother is behind the camera, but today he's sitting in front of the camera and he's going to speak to us about not just what he does behind the camera, but also what he does off camera completely. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into it right now. It's your brother Mo. Here with my boy Whiteout. And here's CHH Media.
What's up,
Dallas,
man?
Texas.
We got Jesse and his son, Emmanuel, right?
Yes, sir.
So CHH Media, you normally behind camera, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's always kind of awkward when I got to get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You look camera shy.
not really camera shy, but like it's different.
Yeah.
It's different though, you know. It's just a different perspective of it, you know.
Off the bat, I want to ask this: what's the craziest thing you had to do to get the shot?
I don't know. I've been in the water at Florida with my camera. That was kind of crazy because like, if something happens at this point, like you
like
drop it,
keep it above water.
Okay, huh?
The drone in Florida.
Yeah, we had a drone. Okay, so we had a drone shot in Florida we were doing, and so we're on this boat, and we're trying to dock the boat, but the waters are real crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so as we're docking the boat, I have to jump out real quick and try to help the boys anchor. And so while I do that, I got the drone in there, so I'm just like, well, let me just leave it there. I'll come back to it once we get it.
Yeah.
So then
it's only like 30 minutes on the
drone.
Yeah,
you don't get a lot of time. You don't get a lot of time. But I know I know drones pretty well. You know, I've been shooting with drones for many, many years. So I hop back on the boat. We get the boat kind of settled. I said, well, let me just get the drone down. So I look up and I'm like, where's the drone at? So I grab the controller and I look at it and it's like pointing down at some water, and then I see a jet ski and I'm like, I don't see any jet ski. So I raise up the camera to see where it's at, and it was returning to home already on the other side where we had took off.
Oh, it went by itself?
So it went back. Yeah, so we were flying with it. Yeah, we were flying with it over. And so anyway, the battery starts beeping and it's getting low on the controller. So I'm like, I get it up and I put it in sport mode and I swing it around and I get it coming back. And funny enough, I have the footage on the card and stuff too. But that thing started coming just beeline straight back to the island where we're at. And one of the young disciples was there. And I was like, y'all gonna have to catch it. Y'all gonna have to catch it by hand, and it's a Mavic Air 2, so it doesn't have like the handles like the old Phantom
you gotta
Force.
Catch it in the palm.
Yeah, he
I
got it up there.
One time trying to flip it over.
Yeah, them things are dangerous, bro, if you don't grab it right. But yeah, he came back and it was just auto landing by itself. It didn't let me control it anymore. I said, get under it, and he ran out there and he got it. He grabbed it.
Man.
Dang, so
and he got it. It was young disciple Chris. Man, he grabbed it, man, and thank God it didn't crash in the water. But that was a crazy moment. We should have put that in the vlog because it was all part of the vlog.
I was like, man, I'm about to lose $1,000 or not. You know,
exactly.
The last scene on the camera is just his face like this.
Yeah, exactly. That whole crash scene with the young disciples. And
was that for that video I say?
Yeah, it was. It was actually. And the thing is, we didn't even really use any drone footage. We didn't have any good shots because that thing was just, it was kind of a waste. And I was really paranoid after that to fly it. So I was like, we'll just put it away.
Yeah. So how many years, bro, have you been doing this? Because it seems like you've worked with almost every artist in the South.
Oh man, yeah. So I think what has it been about maybe 8-9 years now, I think. So I shot my first music video with an iPhone 3.
Oh wow.
So that was my very first music video I shot for a guy out here. He was like, man, I need to get somebody that could follow me around and just, get some footage and stuff. I want to try to make a music video. And I'm like, I got an iPhone, and he was like, you know how to edit? And I had been serving in a church pretty much since I got got saved and started going to church in '99. In 2000, I started serving at the church doing cable television ministry and stuff. So that's how I learned how to use like editing software and cameras and stuff like that. So probably about, what was that, make 8 years from now, back, what is that, 2013? Yeah, so around there, 2013, 2014, I started.
Humble beginnings, iPhone.
Yeah, just with the iPhone, man. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, when we put that video out, man, you couldn't tell us nothing. Like that thing was like, we thought it was like the best thing.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we about to get signed by Apple.
Hey, for real, bro.
Nobody even thought of 4K back then.
No, it wasn't even no 4K. I think it was 720 HD.
Okay, I was about to say
it was HD because I was like all hyped. I was like, it's HD, bro. Like, you know, say 720p. You know
what I'm saying? That's crazy.
But yeah.
Hey, but just to speak to people is like, whatever you have, use it to start off with, huh?
Yeah, that's really it, man. I mean, and in all honesty, that's really kind of what God had given me when I started my business full time. You know, so I've been full time now since 2016. It's 2016. And the one thing that God really spoke to me during that transition period from going from having a secular job, full-time job, into being a full-time filmmaker was to just be humble, stay faithful, and to trust God in everything.
Yeah.
And those were like the three things that God really showed me and my wife. You know, when I had in 2016, I had got laid off from work. And it was in June 2016 I got laid off. Had been at this company 14 years, you know. And I was pretty comfortable, you know, like financially and stuff. You know, I was making like $60,000 a year. You know, I was a manager. I'd been there, started from the bottom and just, you know, worked my way up, you know. And I was basically like second in charge when I got laid off.
Joseph.
Pretty much, you know, man. I mean, I was like, I literally like started, you know, just doing billing and data entry type of stuff. And then they just kept promoting me, bro. And then after that, a month after I got laid off, my wife got diagnosed with cancer. And so during that time, I had a 5-month severance package that they gave me. And I spent the next 4 months just basically just hands and feet, just serving my wife and, you know, helping to try to nurse her back to health, bro. Like, it was a big transition. It was a big change. Like, I went from full-time work, just 50, 60 hours a week, to just being home like a stay-at-home, you know, Mr. Mom type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I had to, you know, my wife was in a lot of pain, you know, for those time during the time I was taking care of her, and we wanted to go through a natural doctor to help nurse her back to health. So every day I was juicing. Okay, I was making like salads, and my wife didn't eat anything cooked for 4 months straight.
Like on a raw diet?
Everything was raw vegan, raw vegan diet. And so then my kids, you know, they wanted to kind of eat some of the same things, but we're trying to adjust, you know, our eating habits and stuff. So
like in solidarity?
Yeah. So we found a balance. You know, we started eating more vegetables and like cooked, you know, certain things, you know, and really cut out meat for a long time. And you know, it was a time I had lost about 25 pounds with her during that process too, just trying to eat what she was eating. But it was a tough season for us, man, during that time. But afterwards, you know, after my severance kind of ran out, I was still on unemployment, and I had to ended up taking a part-time job just to try to kind of, you know, because the thing was, like, my wife, she was like, I didn't want her to have to worry. I didn't want her to worry about finances and stuff like that. So I said, well, let me get a part-time job. And I did, and I found a decent job. It was okay. They wanted to train me to be like a store manager at a print company and stuff. But I just didn't feel peace about it, man. I really was just doing it because I wanted to make her happy. Yeah. You know, and I wanted her, I didn't want her to have to worry about nothing. You know, my wife's dealing with this stuff, you know. So she went through her treatments and stuff, you know, chemo and radiation. They said she would be on it for like 10 weeks. She only did about 6 weeks, bro. And she stopped. And when she went back in, they tested her. She was cancer free.
Wow.
Like they couldn't believe it. Yeah, they couldn't believe it because they thought she was going to have all these symptoms and stuff. And she didn't get any of those things, bro. Like they couldn't believe it.
You think that the juicing and all that helped with that?
I definitely recommend that. I definitely believe that did help her be able to like really not have all the because the cancer just thrives on toxins and stuff in our body, you know what I mean? And so she was eliminating all of those sugars and breads and, you know, things like that. She wasn't, you know, eating or drinking anything other than just water and fruits and vegetables and like, you know, almonds and sunflower seeds and things like that. So man, I'm super proud of her, man. It was like, it was a really rough season, bro. Like you don't know, like there was times where she would just scream out like like, devil, I'm not gonna die, you know, because she was getting these thoughts, you know what I'm
that
saying?
war room.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and so there was a lot of tears shed during that season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wow. A lot of hours just watching her in pain, and like it's almost like Job, like you can't do nothing but just be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just praying and praising God, worshiping God, and you know, through it all and stuff. But it was after she started getting her after she got all her treatments and stuff done, and we had went on a shoot in Abilene with Jopo and this guy named Witness out there, and we were staying at this little park in like this little cabin type of thing, and we spent the night there. And the next day after the video shoot, we're just hanging out. We had an extra day. We were cooking, and she said she wanted to. She came out of the cabin and she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna trust God. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just gonna trust God. Whatever He wants to do with His Elect Media, with their business, you know, with us, with the family, with your, you know, with their part-time job, like I'm just gonna trust God. Like, and I don't know where all that came from, what she was thinking at the time. Yeah. But for me, like a week before, God had told me to leave the job, the part-time job that I had. Wow. And I was like, I ain't gonna tell her that right now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and the guy prepared her, you better trust
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I know when God's speaking to me, you know what I mean? I've been serving God since 99. Yeah. So I know when God's speaking to me. And so, yeah, when she said that, I was like, man, I'm gonna be honest. I said, God's been telling me for the last week to leave this job. You know, the first thing my wife always checks me. She does a real good job of this. And wives, I'm gonna tell you, y'all need to be doing this to your husband. But if your husband ever feeling like doing something like that, she just asked me straight up, "Are you sure it's God?" Yeah. And it was kind of like, "Are you sure it's God?" Like in her way of being like, "Don't be doing nothing, you know, drastic." You know what I'm saying? Just because I said that. But yeah, I knew it was, and I said, "Man, I know it is." And then she was like, "Well, then you gotta quit." And like that was the first week of March in 2017. And so, you know, I remember I had been laid off for almost a year already, you know, and I only had that little part-time job for a few months. But after that, man, it was 2017. I put in my notice. I left, and the next week I was in Austin at South by Southwest, man, and I was shooting videos with Five and Brian and Aaron and you know, filming the kind of like some behind the scenes stuff out there at South by Southwest. I had never been to South by Southwest. I was always working and busy. I could never really do it and stuff. And I had my son and JR, his boys, they was passing out flyers for, you know, for our company, for CD duplications and flyers and banners and whatnot. And bro, I started getting a lot of work from that, man. Wow. A lot of people hit me up for CDs, and you know, like next thing you know, like the next few months, we're doing CD duplications a lot more. I had already been doing it for a while, but this was like our first, you know, because my company didn't just start overnight either. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing I want people to kind of realize too. Like I didn't just go full time because I felt like it was a cool thing to do. You know, like I got kind of like pushed out the boat. You know what I'm saying? God had been telling me for a while to be full time.
Was that step of faith?
But yeah, it was that really just, you know, because I learned a long time ago, you know, women, they need security. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And my wife needs it. So they need to know that things are going to be okay. Yeah. Especially, you know, when it comes to finance too, you know, that's a big thing, not just, you know, with business and stuff, but so we had been doing CD duplication. I had been doing videos, you know, since 2013, you know. Yeah. And so here it is, 2017 now, 4 years later, and you know, we were doing them and we stepping out, and it's finally happening. We're doing full time, and
y'all still do that?
Yeah, we still do CD duplications.
Is it under His Elect Media, or
everything?
Does it have another name, or?
Yeah, everything's under His Elect Media. Okay. So my website is committed to the printing and the CD duplication side. So if you go to hiselectmedia.com, it's basically the storefront for CD duplications, banners, flyers, business cards, and stuff like that. So,
for all you recording artists, all you missing is the studio. No, right?
Yeah, bro.
He got you from the as soon as you're ready to print it to recording.
Exactly.
Recording videos.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, man. And so, that's a blessing, man. But Yeah, so like I said, our business didn't just like bloom overnight. That's I see a lot of people do that.
Overnight
That's why I bring it.
like,
I bring it up. It's just like,
or a lot of people just think to themselves, "I'm gonna just drop everything I'm doing and try this."
Yeah, man. I mean, whenever God gives us gifts, and He wants us to step out in faith, but He also gives us wisdom.
Yeah.
To be able to utilize those things, and that's what's. I was just with Seven last month from Hog Mob. I was shooting with him. He's actually somewhere else out here in the Midwest. He's out in Kansas right now. But,
okay.
But I was shooting. Me and Emmanuel went out there and we shot a couple videos with him. And I've known Seven since 2011 when I first met him. We brought him out. My car club that we have, Forgiven Ministry Car Club, we brought him out here to do an event and stuff. And it was part of their tour that they did with Bizzle and GS and a bunch of other guys and stuff. And that's when I first met Seven in person and met all his family. His family all lives here in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
His mom's dad, his sister, his brother just recently moved to Phoenix. But yeah, I was just talking with Seven and going back to like what we were talking about, the thing with using your gifts and stuff and using wisdom.
Yeah.
What Seven had told me, he was like, I remember when you were just starting all of this video stuff, you was telling me about it for a long time. And he said, the thing that I see about you, bro, is I want to tell you, I want to commend you. He's like, I'm proud of you because the Bible says that your gifts will bring you before great men. You know what I mean? And we all know that there's a scripture that talks about, your gifts will put you before great men. But he said, the thing is, your faithfulness and your grind is what's going to keep you there.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't realize that or don't, I guess, follow through on that side of it. And that's why I said, just, be humble, stay faithful and trust God. You know what I mean? Staying faithful to the gift of what God's called you to do, man. That's the hard part, man. You know what I mean? And that's one of the fruits of the Spirit too. But it's a lot of dudes out there that I know, creatives, Christian artists, business people that they have these great ideas or they're real talented, but they don't follow through all the time with staying faithful to what God's called them to do.
Yeah.
And you see it like in other areas of their lives too. A lot of the dudes that I see that are super talented, and gifted, God's given them gifts, whatever it might be, they're not faithful. You can see it because they have problems in their marriage. They can barely stay, with their wife, consistently. They can't hold a job consistently. They've never had like a full-time job. They just stayed at the same job. Like that's one thing that God's, given, me grace to be able to really see for myself is, I was at the same job for 14 years. I served at the same church for 14 years. I started cleaning the toilets when I started serving at the church. I wasn't just doing cable TV, but then when I resigned from the church, I was the youth pastor and training to be the assistant pastor, so it's like,
nice. Wow.
God sees the faithfulness that we put into the gifts that he gives us. And that's where the grace is at, man. That's where the direction, the blessing and everything, the favor is going to come from, is being faithful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us want to be able to have that, like you say, overnight success.
The social media quickness.
Yeah, man, but it doesn't always, it doesn't always happen that way, bro.
Yeah, because that's like you said, your gift opens the room, but your faithfulness keeps you there. Because I've seen you do videos for people consistently, like the same person, like you do Brian T. Yeah. You've been doing them for years, right? Did you meet them at South by Southwest, or how did you link up with?
Yeah, so that's kind of a funny story too, man. How I met Brian. And it's funny that you brought him up because I was thinking about that. But so Brian goes in, he goes viral and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I get a phone call from somebody who wants me to shoot a video for him saying it's featuring Brian T. And he's like, during this time in my life, I'm taking a break from everything. To put my business out there. My daughter had just eloped, you know what I'm saying? She had ran off and got married. I was dealing with some things at home, where I was discipling the car club. I was doing videos. I was working full time. And so I just had to take a break. So I stopped shooting videos. Yeah. The last video I did was for Hita at the time. He's an artist from Dallas that we did a video for him. And that one kind of drained me. It was a lot to it. We wanted to be real good, but we finished that video, and during that time I had some people like, you know, wanting to shoot. Well, this guy calls me, I'm not gonna say no names, but he said he had a song he wanted to shoot the video for. Dallas, you know, Brian was gonna be in Dallas. And I said, I'm not shooting videos, you know, right now, bro. I'm sorry, man, you know, I can't help you. And he was like, bro, this is for Brian T, bro. Kingdom Music, bro. Okay. In YouTube sensation, bro. I was like, yeah, I know who he is, bro. He's like, bro, this will help your business, bro. I was like, bro. And so I'm kind of getting a little bit under my skin, right? I'm kind of feeling like, man, who's this? Like, I said, bro, honestly, bro, I don't care if Lecrae calls me right now, bro. I'm not shooting videos right now, bro. It's just, I'm not doing it. And he was like, all right, man. So he drops it at that. And then I get off the phone. I'm kind of like, man, who's this dude trying to like I don't care who famous these people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what we here for. And so I kind of, like I said, I kind of had that little chip on my shoulder after that, right? About Brian. And so then
it was just a bad representative.
Yeah, because it was like that. You know what I'm saying? So then I had my friend JR from Life Music, right? He hits me up. And we're talking and stuff, and he's telling me how he's gonna be doing some stuff or whatever. He was like, you should meet Brian. And I'm like, I was like, man, if we meet, we'll meet, bro. Like, I don't, you know, like, I'm not gonna try to go out of my way to meet, meet him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, And he was like, I can introduce you and stuff. I was like, it's cool, man. We'll meet at some point. So then another person hits me up, and this is the third person coming. And so I'm having and this is somebody that I'm a lot closer with. So I'm telling him, like, bro, like, look, let me just be straight up with you, bro. Brian's got all these dudes out here trying to like jump on his bandwagon and stuff because they seeing that he's taking them on tour, doing all this stuff or whatever. I was like, bro, if Brian were to come walking down the street right here, bro, like literally like right now, I would go across the street and walk on the other side just to avoid him, bro. Like, I'm not trying to like ride this. I'm not trying to use his popularity to make my business grow or anything like that, bro. Like, I don't want to be part of anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be like trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just give them, because you know how people are too, bro. And they're going to be like, oh, he using it. Like, I've never been like that kind of person, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be like that. And I don't want him thinking that that's why I'm there. You know what I'm saying? That was the other part of it. So, bro, like a year, maybe 6 months goes by. I'm filming for Jacob Champagne out here, CR Perceptions. I'm shooting an event. It's got 5 V-Rows and a bunch of people on it. So then Brian shows up. So I'm like, all right. He's over there by the tables. I'm over here. He comes over here on this side. I go film the tables. You know what I'm saying?
Avoiding him.
Yeah, but then they give him a set. So he does a set. So I'm like, okay, I got to film this, right? So it's part of the event. So I filmed the event. It's over. I'm packing up at the back with JR. And then I hear, hey, Jesse, hold up. And I turn around. Guess who it is?
Brian.
It's Brian, right?
You knew your name already or what?
That's what I said. So he comes up to me and I'm thinking like, how's he know my name? And
you don't know me from YouTube? No.
So he comes up to me and he was like, hey, bro, like, I've been watching you for years, bro, for a long time, man. And he said, I see all the things that you do for the brothers and like the videos and everything. And like, he said, I just want to speak life over you, bro. Can I pray for you? And I'm like, yeah, go for it. So I let him pray for me, bro. And like after that, like that just showed me like who he really was. What everybody was saying about him, he showed it to me like for real. And there was like no way for me to like get away from that. You know what I'm saying? He came up to me. It was like a genuine thing. And he didn't want nothing. And it was like maybe like a year or something later, he comes and he asked me, he said, hey, you do CDs for 5 and everybody, can you do mine? So I started doing CDs. And after about a year and a half of him coming to the house and, picking up his CD orders and stuff like that, he brought up, maybe we should shoot a video one day. And, it was years later, he ended up telling me like, he's like, bro, I never wanted you to think that I just wanted to be your friend or know you because you did all of this stuff. He said, I always wanted to just get to know you first as a man of God. Like, I never wanted you to think I was just coming to you because you did these things for us. He was like, I just wanted it to be just an organic, relationship that we had. And so that's how you know, kind of been with him and a lot of other people too, you know what I'm saying? Like with Seven, you know, like I text Seven and we talk sometimes through all his retirement and even going all the way back, like I said, 10 years ago, we stayed in touch, you know what I mean? I would call him and just check on him and stuff and see how he's doing. I do that with a lot of the brothers, like artists. God, for some reason, God's given me that kind of like, not to say mantle, use that word, but kind of like that position, I guess you could say, to where I have a space in certain artists' life where they, you know, allow me to speak to them.
God entrusted you like that.
Yes, and sometimes I have to give them things they don't want to hear.
Yeah. And
I've lost some friends over that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just there to listen, you know. And like I say, and then sometimes I'm the mediator for when there's problems.
Yeah.
You know, God's given me that kind of
judge.
place to be able to, not really, but not really
like
so much
leader.
to be in a position of correcting, but just more of just bringing two people together that haven't been seeing eye to eye, and just bringing them together so that they could clear things up.
So you telling me there's CHH rap beef? No, I'm just
Man, bro, it's a lot of stuff.
We won't even get into it.
If I was here for that, you know what I mean?
5 hours later,
we could write a book about that, you know what I'm saying, one day.
How much is that needed, bro, in the space? Like having people that are not just artists or not just doing things, but more for like spiritual nurturing, mentorship, kind of like spiritual fathering in a way. Because a lot of artists, they got the talent.
Yeah.
They have the talent and not the character, or they're lacking in many other areas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there like a big need, and are artists like open to that, or is there like a resistance for that, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I always use the Allen Iverson illustration. That's one big one that always stands out to me, because it's like, think about Allen Iverson and the things he said that time when he was being ridiculed for not being at practice.
Yeah.
You know, and so the coaches was telling him, like, you can't be in the game. He was like, I'm being suspended from the game because I missed practice. He was like, I don't need practice. They need practice. You know, he's like, I never missed a game. They're mad at me because I missed practice. But that's part of the fruit of the spirit, the faithfulness part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I see a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, and I'm not going to say any names at all, but I've noticed at times there are people who lack that faithfulness, but still feel that entitlement. Like they feel like they need to be in a position because of their gifting.
Yeah.
They need to be there because of, because they're talented. They could make music. They could, they could speak eloquently, or but they don't want to be faithful. They don't want to be in the Bible studies. They don't want to be on the discipleship calls. They don't want to have a church that they attend faithfully. They don't even want to be with their wives faithfully. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't want to work full time because they feel like their music should be carrying them. So now they're dependent on, you know what I'm saying? Now they're dependent on their wife to support their just
music
entitlement.
Ministry.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen that a lot more with COVID? Because at least as far as the discipleship and submitting and being under pastors or men's groups, being edified, you know what I'm saying? As far as that.
Yeah, I've kind of seen a lot of people. So I know a lot of people that go to like the Kingdom Music discipleship. They have a big network, and I think that's a great thing. I was actually doing that like 10 years ago with the Car Club. I had a call every week, but mine was geared a little differently because I was being discipled by my pastor for like 10, 12 years. And every week we had like an agenda of things what we would do, so it was a little different. It was more than just a fellowship with us. It was really like my pastor was really like getting into those deep things for me to help me really just grow. And I have one person, man, and I hope he gets to see this, but it's Rashawn McClarty in California. He's the only real person that I really can think of right now that really challenges me like that spiritually. Okay. He'll send me text messages and stuff, and he'll be like, how you been, bro? Like, what's been going on? He's like, what's God telling you right now? What's God been speaking to you about lately? And I don't get a lot of people that ask me those kind of things, because I'm kind of like the older guy in the group. So like people come to me, and I'm usually the one calling, people and stuff. I'll run into people like D Black out in Florida. I'll see him every now and again, and he'll be like, man, come here, man, give me a hug, bro. You always be checking on me and calling me and asking me how I'm doing, bro. And like, that's what's up, like, that's just the space that I feel like God's given me to be in men's lives, to help encourage them and help them if they need it. But like, I also know that there's people that have their own church home that they need to be getting that from there as well. But it's definitely, I think, to answer the question, I think it's definitely something that's lacking in a lot of the brothers' lives, that maybe they have that sense of entitlement, or they just, they feel like because of that, gifting, that they really don't need the other stuff to follow through with. But I think, like I said, since we brought up Brian, I think he does real good of helping kind of filter those people out before he gives them an opportunity to minister with him. But like I said, that's also something that we used to do in my car club. Like, before we would really let anybody like become an official member, we would want to see their faithfulness, not just to us in the ministry, but like to God in their own lives. Like, it's not only a chance for them to see who we are, but for us to see who they are.
You're like, man, I don't care about your 6'4" Impala right now.
Exactly.
Can you read your Bible?
Some people think because they got a dope ride that they should just automatically be given a plaque and a shirt and all that. And
my cars fly and I play ties.
I'm saying,
that's all I need.
Like, if you got it like that, then we can talk. Man, you know what I'm saying?
So you still got the car club, or what is that?
Yeah, man, we still have it, man.
Forgiven?
Forgiven Ministry Car Club. It started out in California. Brother Danny out there, he started the ministry back in I think 07, I think, and we've had a chapter here for like 10 years.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But it was like, it got up to like 3 or 4 of us at one point. Now it's really just me here in Dallas, and I haven't really had a car. I had a Riviera last, and that was the last thing I've had. My son's hopefully be able to keep the mantle going, because he's got a bike that he's had for a long time that's already fixed up. So if we can pull that out, but we've got like 11 other chapters. We actually have one guy in Brazil too. So we got a chapter in Brazil. He's a real dope pinstripe artist out there, man. Real well known. He's done like work with like Dickies out in Brazil and stuff, and like photo shoots and stuff with them. And they really spotlighted a lot of his work out there.
Nice.
But it's just things changed with the COVID stuff. You couldn't go to car meets and car shows and stuff like that. So everybody been kind of taking a break and stuff from there. But and then my business actually grew during COVID, because, as you know, like the video things became more popular. So more people wanted visuals. So that's been, like our last few years, we've been super busy, doing work and stuff, and, starting to do a lot more traveling and stuff like that. And just, this last year, I've been really feeling more of just like valuing family and stuff, because with COVID and stuff, like, bro, we lost some friends, but then, my grandfather passed away over the summer. My cousin just recently passed away back in August, at the end of August. And then my sister-in-law passed away the very next week, and she was in the hospital for like 2 months on a ventilator and stuff. And finally her lungs finally just collapsed from all that pressure from the machine. But through all of this stuff, man, it's really made me just want to feel like, like the videos and stuff is going to be there, man. You know what I mean? Like, let me just enjoy some time with the family. So we've been really doing more like, going and hanging out like with the Santiagos in Florida, and going to their house, and just, sometimes me and Emmanuel will want to go fishing and stuff down in Galveston. We'll go out near you guys. We were just in Houston a couple weeks ago with Brian and Vaughn and Serve and Lucky shooting a video.
Oh, okay.
Back when Craig was in town. That very next day we were shooting.
December 2nd.
Yeah, out in Pasadena. Yeah, we was in Pasadena, but we came in early and went fishing out in Texas City and Galveston, and just to hang out for a few days. And
no drones though, right?
Nah, no drones, bro. Like the drone doesn't see a lot of daytime, bro. Like I don't know, it's been kind of packed away. We need to use it more though.
You ever seen people use the drones to go fishing? Like they just use it to scout,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
To scout like and stuff like that, bro. We need to do that more, honestly, bro.
What do you scout, like movement or what?
No,
or like body temperature?
You just
see the fish.
Well, you just flying it over the water, and if the water's clear enough, you can see like where the schools are.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I've never done. I've just seen things like that.
Bro. It's definitely to the advantage because I watch certain YouTubers and stuff, and they put drone shots in there, and I'm like, dude, you could see all the stingrays and the reds and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy when you see all that, man. So
you big on fishing? Because I know like. Ain't there like a KMF fishing page and then like ASAP Preach speaks fishing?
They had came out with like fishing stuff lately, right? Like
man. Yeah. Well, my wife, she grew up in Corpus, man, out in the area. She grew up in Robstown, a little town outside of Corpus.
She was a fan of Selena's?
And man, yeah. big fan of stuff of hers, but she grew up out there. So her brother, and her dad, but especially her brother. Her brother's a big fisherman, and so I can remember, like a long time ago, just getting my first fishing pole and stuff, and going out there and stuff. And then they tried fishing out here in Dallas, and it's nowhere near the same, bro. Like,
there's a pond or what?
Like bass fishing and stuff out here. It's like you might catch one, you might not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's days where you strike out, but so. My son's a real good scout of fishing and stuff like that. He knows how to get on the apps and find the little spots and the honey holes.
I didn't even know there was apps, bro. That's why I suck.
Oh man, bro. Like it's a whole nother world, bro.
What are they called? Honey wells? Fish brain. Oh, fish brain.
Yeah, he uses fish brain, but we used to go fishing and stuff a lot, and then I just got like to the point where it's like, man, I'm not buying a pole and having all this, then I'm not even really using it. I never would buy the license and stuff. So like I said, like the last few years, we just been really like wanting to, if we're going to buy it, then we're going to use it, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that we're active in it. So we just started being like kind of letting that be like the thing that me and my son do. Went out, bought a little 2-man bass raider boat. And so we take that out to like Lake Grapevine or Lake Arlington or something. We got a few stories from that stuff. Funny things that happen and stuff.
Let me find out the boat flipped over one time.
Almost. We'll save that for the fishing channel.
We're gonna start a fishing channel. Let's fish it up. No.
For real. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's like being like the thing, because as he gets older, you know what I'm saying, like that's one thing about me, man. Like I have a pastor's heart, you know what I'm saying? I was a youth pastor for 10 years at my church, and so I have a pastor's heart. I want to see people succeed. I want to see people grow. I want to see people become what God's called them to be. And so with my daughter, I got 2 other daughters. My oldest is 26, and my other daughter, she's 21. But with him being my youngest, I've been real close with him. He's homeschooled and stuff. And when my daughter was going through a phase, she wanted to do airbrush and paintings and all this stuff. So I went out and bought her all this stuff, the compressor, the gun, all the like the paint kits to get started and stuff, and all this stuff, and I even had a guy come in and just like teach stuff and show her like techniques and stuff for a few hours, and he would show her how to get started, practice. And then with my son, when he was younger, he's young now, but like when he was like 12, he got really wanted to do more like gaming and streaming and stuff like that stuff. He saw a lot of people doing that. The age of Ninja and stuff, the Fortnite stuff was really big.
Be gaming.
Yeah, bro. It's a big, that's a whole nother world too, But so I started investing in him, wanting to do that, built him his own PC, set him up his own desk, got him all the stuff, that he wanted to get, to get started. And, I seen him collect his first check from Twitch, what I'm saying? Like,
what?
Just like, just from streaming, what I'm saying? And being consistent. And that's what I try to teach him. Like,
let's Twitch it up.
You're not going to be successful. You're not faithful. You're not committed to what God's giving you, you know what I'm saying? And so now it's been, he's been really enjoying the fishing and stuff. So, wanting to go out and do more stuff. A lot of times I kind of get, hear it a bunch, repetitively. I want to go fishing, man. I want to go fishing. Yeah. So, we try to make that time to enjoy it together and stuff like that, and if I can't take them out to the coast, we'll try to hit the lake or something, or even just on the way back from like something like this, we got the poles on the truck.
Yeah, I saw them, man. You had like 6 poles on the top.
Like we're on the way to fishing after this.
Yeah, so we could just pull up. We pass by a lake and like, let's go see.
The truck says Jesus saves, fishers are men. People get scared when they see them poles and it says fishers are men.
Nah, for real. But so like just not just just do it from time to time, but utilize the because them licenses is expensive, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think it's like $60 a year. And I got to get, 2 of them, one for me, one for my wife. So if you do this, like a gym membership, you know what I'm saying? If you're not going to go to the gym, why you paying for the monthly, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even bother.
Yeah. Fitness Connection, if you seen this, cancel my membership.
Cancel that for a reason.
Since 2005, y'all been charging off. Like, I ain't never been no gym.
He don't want to have the cancellation fee, so he just pays every month.
It's cheaper.
Because they get you on the fees.
So it's crazy because nowadays kids much rather be on the computer and Twitch all the time, you know what I'm saying? But you want to go out and go fishing.
Yeah.
Is it really just for the fishing? You could hang out with your pops.
It's both, but like it's just spending the time with my family and stuff, going out there. But catching fish is always fun too.
Where can they find you on Twitch? Just in case anybody watching.
The Real Dude TV.
The Real Dude TV.
How do you spell it, dude? Like DUDE?
DUKE.
KE.
Oh, dude. Okay. Which one's better, PlayStation or
Xbox?
Okay.
Xbox, yeah.
Which one was it that the
Young Disciples
said?
I forgot, bro. We need to go back and rewind it.
We always be running it.
We got like 3 people that have been on the show that they're big gamers, and also Lee.
Yeah.
I forgot what he said too. I think he said Xbox. I think everybody's been saying Xbox. I don't know. I got the Xbox 360, bro, so I'm still there. So
put that the retro.
My graphics, I'm gonna just keep it for the classics. But man, so you're doing videography now, or?
Yeah, I'm doing behind the scenes, but I'm also doing my own stuff like the videography, and then I'm doing the effects and stuff.
So when they see CHH Media, it's y'all. It's not just dad no more. It's family business.
Family business.
Yeah. I think it's always been, but.
Yeah, it's always been that, bro.
Yeah,
that's why I really intentionally did that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I wanted CHH Media to be more of just a brand, a company, and not just be about me. You know? So it's not like Director Jesse or what I'm saying, whatever. I wanted it to be CHH Media. I wanted it to be about because this is what I feel like God's called not just me to, but my family to be part of it. So that's why my wife does a lot of the CD duplication and pretty much all that. She handles all that part of it, like helps with the billing side of things. And then now, with him doing all of the helping out, he's been on set with me like for years. I'm starting to give him more chances to, operate the camera, and then as people see his work and stuff, they'll learn to trust, seeing someone as young as him, holding the camera and stuff, because a lot of people, when they come, they're going to expect me to do it all. Yeah. But, I'm not getting any younger, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's got the eye for things, so I want to be able to allow him to do more in that space, and so he's definitely adding a lot of flavor to our visuals and stuff too.
In what way?
Style. Just the effects and stuff that he does. He could see something or come up with something and be like, I could do that, or I could figure out how to do that. I want to add this, I want to do that.
That's dope.
So He just put out the video. What was it for? Tell him about that one he did for Logan.
Oh yeah, Logan Gospel Ready.
Okay.
Yeah. So the one he just put out, I did that.
Okay.
I shot it and then edited it, everything.
Man, that's what's up, man. We're about to watch it because he's coming in about 4 hours probably.
Yeah.
So then I think I seen him. He had just released the video.
Yeah.
So the highly favored one that was him.
Okay.
He did everything on that one from top to bottom. Shot it. I was there holding the light.
So you were like the assistant.
Exactly. I was getting the fog and just trying. When I'm there, I just try to offer advice or something, or give my recommendation. But it's really his you know, it's his project, so I want him to do the way he would do it.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's
just
cool.
let him do it.
So it's kind of like you know, like in leadership, they teach first you model it, then you kind of model it, let them assist. And then you kind of let them do it and you assist. Yeah. And then you just kind of step out. So did you kind of learn a lot from all the years you were with your dad? Is that kind of where you just started seeing them and picking up the game?
Definitely.
And then one day you were like, I need to do this too because I'm going in the same lane as my dad?
Yeah. Well, once I see somebody like if I see somebody else that can do it, I know I can do it. Yeah. And I like doing this stuff and working. So yeah, it's fun.
Hey, tell me, what was it like when that first check came in from Twitch? How old were you?
I was 14, 13 maybe.
Okay.
How old are you now?
15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's like a monthly thing or what? Or is it based on like views or it's kind of like YouTube?
Yeah, so the more viewers I get, I can run ads. So I make like 15 cents an ad. Okay. And then subscriptions, they can subscribe for like $5 a month. And then donations and stuff like that if they feel like doing that.
Oh, wow.
So how did you feel whenever...
It was cool. It made me want to stream more.
Yeah. So you still streaming consistently?
I'm trying to get back into it. I haven't been streaming lately. Yeah.
Come on, we need to chase and keep on coming in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I said, bro. I'm using my Amazon Prime on the Twitch, bro. I'm see some content, man. You know what I'm saying?
What games you playing on there?
I've been running like COD with Kevin and Chris.
Okay.
And 2K and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm just, hey, look, I'm gonna go get the basketball because I hear people say they play 2K. I ain't played in a while, but I used to, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't do it in real life, so I had to make up for it in video games.
Yeah, that's the thing about him though. He used to actually play in real life. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he just with him being homeschooled now, he just hadn't really picked up a basketball or been out, you know, doing too much. He's allowed us to really kind of shift his lifestyle and stuff to kind of. I guess compensate for the things that God's doing in the business and stuff. Okay. So with him being homeschooled, we get to travel and you know, he can come with me and
bring your book.
Bring the textbooks.
You know, I'm not as hard on him like that, you know what I mean? But he's been to LA with me, he's been to Salt Lake City, been to Florida to shoot, to work, you know, and just you know, help me out and stuff. And so now it's kind of like a package deal. I tell people, like, if you want me to come, I got to bring my son, because like even when y'all called me, I was like, you know, can my son come with me? Because he's part of the team, man. He's like, you know, he's my right hand, so like whatever I need, you know.
So you know what I think the perfect question to end it is the way we started. What was the hardest or the craziest thing you had to do to get the shot?
I think recently when we did on Jay Jones, I had to get on the back of the truck on the tailgate, and we was going down the service road, and I was holding the camera, and I was following them because they was behind us in I think it was like a Pontiac, and Jay Jones was actually hanging out the window, and I was back there shooting, following him with the camera.
Yeah,
that's the great.
Don't let this guy fall out, Lord. Please, Lord.
He's like, I hope somebody praying for me because I'm praying for him.
No harness,
nothing.
Oh man, you need to talk to the boss man to be just a couple straps.
For real. Yeah. If I don't know who's gonna be doing all that, we probably would have prepared a little differently. But it was that was cool though too, because like when. He has a behind the scenes. Jay Jones, he's from here in Dallas. He had a guy come out and shoot the behind the scenes, and he showed some of the angles of him being in the back, and I'm like, dude, we was out there, bro. We was shooting, bro, like because he's got the whole rig set up on a monopod, and he's got, you know, the Black Magic with the cage and like the monitor, the whole setup on the back of, you know, and he's, you know, decked out in his you know, his fit or whatever. So it's like, bro, that looked like we shooting a movie for real.
Hey, were you scared to drop it for a second there?
No, I was just like worried about like falling over.
He's like, man, the camera can fall. I just don't want to fall.
Man,
that's crazy. Where can they find you at?
I'm on Instagram, ShotXDuke or ShotXDuke.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Twitch, of course.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna be streaming more now.
Like mainly Twitch. Yeah.
We need y'all to pay for that Prime membership.
Amazon Prime is free to subscribe. Just go subscribe.
There you go.
I'm creating a Twitch account today, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. That's how old school I am. I ain't even got an account.
Bro, I'm telling y'all, you need to have a Twitch, bro. Y'all should have a Twitch, bro. So that way, and then if y'all want to go do like a live show, you could go do a live show too.
Oh, okay. So they make it easy for lives.
Yeah. I mean, it's made for live. It's made for like going live, but you could always just, you know, use like a OBS or something and broadcast your recorded shows on there. you know, and then you get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, we need to get paid. You know, like,
for real, bro.
And where can they find you at, bro?
HisElectMedia.com has got, like I said, my store, and it's got contact info on there if you want to reach out to me. But like I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, His Elect Media, you know, website handle, Twitch, and all that, Twitter. You know, got all that same thing. It's all at His Elect Media.
Very unique.
What's 2022 looking like? Last question, and we done, man. What's 2022 looking like?
Man, hopefully it's gonna be a little different, man. I'm really wanting to, like I say, utilize, you know, my son more in the transition that we going in, to kind of, you know, push towards that. And I'm really thinking about like the next step in my business and where I'm gonna go, because I've noticed a lot of the CD duplications not really there like it used to be. It's still, you know, still there. I mean, we built out maybe like $1,200 last month in CD duplications.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's a little bit there, but not really like it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, we was growing at one point, you know, and then with COVID hit, the numbers went down.
And then the
half,
lack of events also.
you know. Yeah, and then so since people not doing the events, they're not really needing the
hard
physical
copies.
copies.
Yeah, they streaming
you know.
everything.
Yeah. So I'm just right now I'm still kind of in a phase about praying about which area I want to get more involved in, and so I may end up working out, you know, a deal with a facility to try to get my own studio so I can film in there and rent it out, you know, and then, but I want to work with like somebody that I could maybe have in there full time. And I've seen it done in secular platform out here as well, and it works. It seems like it works out pretty good. But maybe have like a recording artist. I mean, not a recorder, but an engineer, or somebody that mixes and stuff to have them have their recordings sessions going on, and then they could run the film studio for me to allow, you know, because when you're renting out studio space, you're not really doing a lot. You just rent it out. You know, so it's just to have somebody there that can make some kind of like residual income. All they got to do is let the guys in, you know, go out. But I would want to make sure that it maintains the integrity of what His Elect Media is all about. You know, we only shoot, it's funny because I want to make some shirts that says I only shoot Christians.
That would be crazy.
Or I shoot Christians or something. Don't nobody try to stake my ideas, okay?
Hey, I'll bleep it out.
Nah, we timestamp it. It belongs to him. You know what I'm saying? But, covered by the blood.
Matter of fact, what's today's date? December 11th?
Yeah.
Okay, December 11th, if anybody, or 12th, whatever it is today.
Yeah, 12, December 12th.
Hey, you can't have it.
But I was thinking about doing something like that because you know, like I would want the business to maintain the integrity of who we are as His Elect Media. Like my vision has always been to just only shoot with Christian artists, you know, ministries, you know, and then people who serve God, you know, honestly serve God, and that as long as our business is not leading other people away to promote sin and you know, like, because that's how I kind of look at the commercial side of our company. You know, like when I shoot real estate, I shoot for people that I know are believers. But then if I'm shooting real estate, it's like you're not promoting people to, you know, to sin or drink or anything like that.
Oh, this is sin house.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So you're not pushing people in that direction, you know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as a negative thing. But those are kind of like lower on my priority list. If I can prioritize things, it's always going to be based off of, you know, the Christian content. So no offense to anybody else that I've had called me out, but you know, to come and do things. But like I'll get calls from like businesses that want to shoot commercials or videos and stuff, and you know, if I have time, I'll do it. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, like if I'm really like, you know, backed up on edits where I need to get certain things done, I'm going to prioritize, you know, the Christian content. And that's what I would want the studio to be for. I would want it to be for Christian creators, Christian artists to come in and utilize that space so that they can film in Christian podcast. I want to have kind of like a studio space like what y'all have. I want to have like a podcast room where people can come in and film their podcast, you know, there at our studio.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
so that's been on my heart to do for the last couple of years, and I started to try to work with a church to maybe utilize some of their space that they don't use, and to help them get like monthly income to help utilize their space. So I'm working with maybe a couple of churches, one in particular that has the room already. And then it's just a matter of, figuring out the finances and stuff. And then we got all the equipment, the lights, and, it's just a matter of painting the walls and, making it ours. But I wouldn't want an office out of there. I still office out of my house, because of the convenience of being able to. I don't want to have, like, you have your own. I have my own business because I didn't like having to go to work every day.
Traffic,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like that. And I was never an early bird or like a morning person. I'm a creative person. I like to be up late, bro. Like when everybody's asleep, that's when I hone in and I'm locked in on my work because my phone's not ringing. Nobody's on Facebook. I'm not getting messages or anything like that. That's the only time I like
editing videos in the middle of the night. I just feel comfortable. It's like I know nobody's going to hit me up and try to bother me. It's like,
exactly, bro. That's me. That's when I like to do my.
I'm gonna start texting y'all at 1 a.m.
1 a.m. is still a borderline time frame. Honestly, if you're still up at 3 or 4, then you got problems, not me. Because that's my lane right there.
Yeah, 1 a.m.
I'm gonna start texting you at 3 in the morning. I'll be like, wake up.
Yeah, right.
1 a.m. is when I'm barely turning on the computer started.
Exactly. Well, the computer's probably been on. We've probably been running COD or something, gaming or something, because I do a little, I like to do a little gaming and stuff too, to kind of break away from the, just the everyday
stress sometimes,
editing and stuff like that. That's how I kind of take a break too, man. And I'm a shooter, man. I shoot films. I shoot on the game. We go to the target range and shoot some. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You
only shoot Christians.
That's it. But only Christians though.
That's legit. Well, we appreciate y'all for joining us, man, and giving us y'all time, man. I really hope that God just continues. I mean, well, He already has, and who was it? Was it 7 that told you that God will put you in front of people, but because of your faithfulness, you'll stay there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, man. Praise God.
Praise God for that, and we've seen it, and I know it's gonna continue, man.
Man, praise God. Yeah, man. We're grateful, man. We are super grateful and thankful, man. Appreciate what y'all do, man. And y'all,
appreciate that.
I feel the same thing. I was just comparing that and looking at it for y'all in the same place. It's easy. Sometimes it's easy to start up a podcast. I was doing a podcast, and I used to do video interviews and stuff way back before Facebook had a live thing. I was doing them on my website, but the faithfulness and the commitment that y'all exhibit in doing that is going to keep creating those opportunities, and the platform become bigger. And that's what I can see for you guys too, as long as y'all stay faithful and committed to it.
Amen.
It can only get better, man, because God's hands on it, man, and God honors faithfulness, bro.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
With that being said, this has been the Let's Chop It Up podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Dose.
Shout out Dallas.
You know what I'm saying?